So we'll start right here with the door. And we were out dry camping, and when we tried to close it, it wouldn't close. It was off a little bit. So I thought it was because the RV was unlevel. But I went and opened up the door one time, and a screw fell out onto the ground. So I picked it up, and I noticed all these were out. All these ones were out of it, and then these ones down here were starting to come out. So that's what was causing it to kind of come over, fall over a little bit. So these holes are all stripped out. So I had to go out and buy bigger screws. So the original screws that came with it are number 8s. And so I went out and bought number 10s. And the 12s they didn't have these flathead screws. It was more of a bolt, probably like a 1/4 inch bolt, and for the self-tapping. And I didn't want to do that just yet. That's probably going to be the next thing. So once these things get wore out, I'll either have to have someone weld it close and retap it, or go for a bigger. But I don't think that bolt will close when this part comes down. These are the compression ones too, so they're hard to move. But we're going to put these in and hope for the best. Alright, those seem to be nice and tight. They snug down real well. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't strip out or anything, just because they might be a little bit bigger. The holes are, but it seems like these number 10s worked well. I got one down a little bit that has the same problem, so I'm just going to buy a couple more packs of these. Buy a couple more packs of these and have them on hand for when it happens again. So let's move on to the next round of things that we have to fix around here. So I have a hole in my roof right here. It got ripped as I was trying to take a shortcut through the campsite I found. We were dry camping, and there was a low hanging branch, and it kind of scraped along the whole side. I thought I actually tented my roof off the side of the RV, but luckily that's not what happened. It just made a little hole here. So I went and picked up some of this roof tape for RVs for the same type of roof that I have here. It's kind of like the membrane. So I'm going to put this on, and hopefully everything will work out fine. Luckily it didn't rain when we were camping. That was one thing I was worried about. So this is 4 inches by 50 foot long. This will last a long time. I'm going to cut off a little piece, and probably about an inch or two bigger than this hole. This is about maybe a $50 size hole there, and I got some scrapes right along here. So I'm going to definitely put a patch here, and then maybe a nice long strip along the side here. So this stuff's very sticky, and once you put it down, it doesn't come up. I'm actually going to have it wrap around here like this, and so it comes down and into the channel here. Luckily it doesn't rain a lot in Arizona. But we got a nice spot here, or a nice long strip. We'll put it down like that. I'm trying to put it down nice and even, so it'll come down like that, and I'll lay it flat. I did clean the whole entire roof yesterday. I washed it and cleaned this area real good. Let it dry overnight, and so now I'm back at it today. It's as easy as that. Now you're going to want to go and caulk around here with that self-leveling caulk. Not bad. That worked out pretty well. A couple snags, but it actually didn't stick to itself too bad, which I thought it would. So there is some wiggle room with this, which is nice. And I got plenty left over for the next time I hit a branch, because I like to go dry camping. And I have scraped the side, and it's usually the right side because when we're driving you can't see that side very well, so we just have to pay more attention next time. Moral of the story is, watch where you're going, have a spotter at all times, and you won't have to repair your roof like I do. So luckily this was the only damage and it was an easy fix. So the line in my toilet is leaking right there. These lines are notorious for leaking, which is always fun, especially when it goes into the back. But I have a sneaky suspicion, let's see if I can get in there, that it's this. So I'm just going to take this off, retape it and put it on, and we'll see for the next trip if I can even pressurize it now, make sure it doesn't leak. So I'm going to try that. I don't know if I'll be able to record that because this is just a bad angle, but we'll see. So while we're waiting for our pressure test to finish on the toilet, this was leaking also. We found this out on our last camping trip. Again, I don't think it's any major thing. We'll just disconnect it, check to make sure it's clean inside, all the threads are good, and reconnect it, and we'll hope it works out. Tighten it down nice and hand tight. Obviously these things move around a lot. Right now I don't see anything, but time will tell. This, where I thought it was, is coming from up here. That does not have any type of gasket or anything. All I did was tighten it. I'm hoping that'll do it, just with all the rocking and everything. I'm sure it loosens up over time. All these are loose. I'm going and checking all of them and they're all loose. So I'm sure that was the issue. Now they're all nice and tight. Just, I guess, check that every once in a while. So it's probably been 5 to 10 minutes. I've run water through it a few times and so far it's not leaking. Again, time will tell. When we bought this RV, it was supposed to come with a pull down handle and it didn't, so they credited us the money for it, and I went and bought this one. This is an RV kitchen faucet and we got it from eTrailer. I wanted to get an RV one. I know you can get household ones. However, I wanted to get the RV one because it'll be a nice quick connect, and it was only like, I don't know, 120 bucks. So it looks exactly like the one we have now, but it just has a pull down. So we'll install that now. Now, due to the awesome accessibility of all this, I'm going to do the best I can to videotape it. So let's go. So right out of the box, it comes with obviously the pull down handle faucet, the weight, and a couple of adapters. So the fun part is going to be accessing this right here. These connections look exactly the same as what's under there, so it should be a nice direct fit. I almost forgot to let the water out, so that would have been fun. The connections look exactly the same, so I'm going to go ahead and say it's the same brand, same everything, which it is, UPC, and it'll be a nice direct fit. It'll look like the original, and the wife will be happy. That's in there, lined up, and I'm just going to tighten everything down. That was fun. So one thing is, these are longer than the ones on here. However, it looks like I have enough flex pipe to be able to get up to where these are. So that is one thing that worked out pretty well. I don't see any leaks initially under there. Got good water flow. That will be a nice addition. That works. That's pretty smooth. I like that. Ooh. And it's got two different settings. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to fix is my antenna for the rear camera. It works okay. It pauses and freezes and every once in a while. Now the thing is, I didn't know that this was going to be this big, so we'll see if it works. I mean, I'm sure it'll work signal wise, but length wise we're going to see if it works. And we're going to a trip in Vegas. It's about a 3-hour drive soon, so if this doesn't fit, what I'll do is trade it out for one on my wireless router. And this should, I have some wireless router extension issues too, so either way this will work out. So I'm going to change this right now, and we'll see how ridiculous it looks. Alright, so it won't work. This one, and I'm sure other people know this better than I do, but there's a piece that comes out in the center there, and this one is a part that goes up in. So if I were able to have this pin and go in there, it'd work out fine. But this is getting returned. So lesson learned. Check your description, know a little bit more about these things before you buy stuff. I know, but this is how we learn. So thank you very much, and thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoy this, and hopefully I'll get some more content. We don't go RVing as much as we'd like to. We got other things going on, so maybe we'll start recording on those things. We got a lot of stuff going on in the backyard here soon. So thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.